Hey yo, what's good reader fam? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well, hope you're drinking lots of coffee, and I hope you're chasing your dreams. Today I'm going to be talking about the end of the year. Well, not the end of the year, more so the end of the reading year, because it's scarily near and I'm not okay with that. 2020 just sounds too future and I'm not okay with it at all. Nope. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. I saw recently that Ariel Bassett did this and I was like, I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. And then I tripped and I found a portal to a fictional world. That part was a lie. I just wanted to make my story more interesting. This tag was created by Ariel Bassett herself, so I will leave a link down below to her channel along with the original video. And without further ado, let's get to tagging. Tag you're it. Actually, tag I'm it. Oh, tagging myself. Yeah. Since nobody else is tagging me. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. Are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, but I don't want to share them all because that means I'll have to expose myself. As long as you guys won't judge me, this is a judgment-free zone, no judgment will be happening, then I'll share with you a few, just a few, but know that there's a lot, like a lot. It's not good. It's been the worst reading year of my life, okay? Wonder. I started this during the booktubeathon and I was loving it. And you know how mad I am that I fell into a reading slump while reading this? I am so mad. I am livid. I've been meaning to read this book for years and I finally cracked into it, and guess what happens? A reading slump shows up and ruins my life. The slump hit me and made me not want to read it. How dare it, honestly. I want to slap that slump silly. Then we have The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. Listen, there's this thing in my life called the Lost Hero curse, okay? It's a real thing. It's a curse that continues to corrupt my relationship with this series. This is how it works. I start reading this book. I'm really enjoying it. I get pretty deep into it. There goes 50 pages. There goes 100 pages. There goes 150 pages. I'm enjoying it. It's fantastic.
And then the curse bites me.
And I drop out of the book and it remains unread. I'm not happy about it, but it continues to happen. It's happened time and time again. I don't know how to fix this curse. Somebody help me. Will I ever break the curse? At this point, I don't know. It's almost a joke at this point, and I don't even really want to talk about it anymore because I'm so embarrassed by the fact that I haven't finished this book. I'm a joke, okay, but not like a funny joke. I'm an embarrassing joke of a reader. Then we've got King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I just want to finish this series off, but I can't seem to make it to the end. It's so close, and yet I just don't have it in me to push through and finish the dang books. I get excited about the series, then I get back into King's Cage, and then I'm like, dang. Can we giddy up this pacing, please? It's my goal to finish the series, I just don't have a set date as to when I'm going to finish the series. Which, you know, setting goals is good, but it's kind of bad when you don't have a set date for when you want to finish that goal. So, should probably work on that. My relationship with the series is just pretty rough, but like so many of you have said that the ending is worth it, so like I want to read it, I want to get to the end, I just need to work on getting better at reading series, just like finishing them off and getting on with my life. We're one question into this tag and I'm already stressed. Next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you into the end of the year? I mean, I do, but who knows if I'll actually read said book. I've been wanting to read The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. It's been calling my name saying, yo boy, I've been sitting here on this bookshelf for quite some time. You've looked over me many a time, and it's time for you to pick me up and fall in love. I don't know if this is necessarily autumnal. I feel like it could be considered autumnal, but the only reason I'd consider it one is because it's fantasy, and for some reason I associate fantasy with fall time. I don't know why that is. Something about the fall time, it's like fantasy time. Fall time equals fantasy time. Does anybody else feel that way? And it's witch season, The Near Witch. Emphasis on the witch. This is like a fairy tale-esque book about this town where all these children begin going missing, and this hunt for a witch that could potentially be behind it. I honestly didn't realize this book had such Hocus Pocus vibes to it, but I'm here for it. Didn't sign up for it, but I'm okay with it. Hocus Pocus is the best Halloween movie ever. Don't at me. Halloween Town? Who's that? The Addams Family? We don't know her. Beetlejuice? Who's she? I also really want to read Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, and I'm pretty sure that this is one that I could potentially get to. And this one is definitely screaming fall time vibes. This is a story about these two kids who work at a pumpkin patch each year, but they've reached their senior year of high school, and this will be their last year of working the pumpkin patch together. And I'm pretty sure there's a bit of a romance, and not between pumpkins, but humans, and they have a glorious fall time adventure. So this could be a good one to bridge me into the end of the year, but honestly at this point, I'll take whatever book I'm in the mood for and I will run with it. Because I just want to feel the urge to read again, like that's all I want. If I can get that by the end of the year, it will be a win. I'll hold a reading party party, y'all will be invited, and we'll have the best time sitting in a room together in complete silence reading books. If that ain't a good time, I'm not sure what is. Next question is there a new release that you're still waiting for? Most of the books that I've been excited for have already come out, but there is one book that I'm still eager to get my hands on, and that is Song of the Crimson Flower, which comes out on November 5th, I believe. It's a story of a wealthy nobleman's daughter named Lan, who ends up rejecting the poor physician's apprentice, Bao. I think that's how you say his name. It's B-A-O. He confesses his love, and she's like, nope, no thank you, but then she kind of takes some time to reflect, and she's like, maybe I shouldn't have rejected him. Maybe I should have gone for it. But when she goes to find him and tell him this revelation that she's had, she finds that his soul has been trapped in a flute. So she's got to figure out a way to get his soul out of the flute. Now, obviously, there's probably a lot more that goes on in this story, but that's all I know. Now, this doesn't sound like a book that I would normally read because it does kind of sound like it could be heavier on the romance side of things, but I heard this author talk a few years back at New York City Comic Con, and I loved everything that she had to say on the panel that I saw her on. I swore that I'd read a book by her, but I still have yet to pick up any of her releases. I just loved everything that she had to say on that panel. Like, I had to physically hold myself back from standing on my chair and just yelling, "Preach, sis, preach!" So I've been meaning to pick up a book by her, so this could potentially be the book that I pick up by her, but I do also want to pick up her original duology and read that. I feel like that one's kind of a bit more interesting to me, and one that I feel like I might actually like more than this new release, which is called Rise of the Empress. This has been out for a while now, and I just haven't gotten around to picking it up because I'm lazy, so I might pick this up first. But since we're talking about new releases, that's why I mentioned the Song of the Crimson Flower. Next up, what are some books that you want to read before the end of the year? You see, the thing is, if I tell you the books that I'm planning to read before the end of the year, that means I won't end up reading them, because that's how it works. That's why I don't do TBR videos anymore, because I would tell you all these books that I wanted to read, and guess who never read them? That would be me. TBR videos are cursed, at least for me. They make me not read any of the books that I said I was going to read. I may have a problem, you guys, and that is excuses. Maybe if I say that I have plans to read nothing for the rest of the year, I'll trick my brain and I'll end up reading every book on my TBR. All jokes aside, I'll share with you some books that I would like to get to before the end of the year. The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab, Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs, The Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kammerer. Technically, I have to read this one because it's a December Booksplosion book of the month. Aha! So those are some books that I hope to read before the end of the year. Wish me luck. Next up, do you have any 5-star predictions? Honestly, I do feel like The Near Witch is going to be a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It just sounds like it's going to be a book that enchants me. The only thing that worries me is that this is Victoria Schwab's debut book. I've seen a lot of growth in her writing, so this will kind of be going backwards in her writing career. Not to say that she couldn't write when she put this book out, but I feel like it's just going to be a lot different than where she is at now, if that makes any sense. Also, A Map of Days is for sure going to be a 5 out of 5 stars. I'll literally cry for 10 years if it's not. That might sound dramatic, but what can I say? I'm dramatic! Lastly, have you already started making reading plans for 2020? I actually have, because I kind of want to be a little bit more intentional with what I read next year, and I do want a little bit more structure in my reading life next year, even though structure doesn't really tend to work with my reading life because I'm a chaotic mess, but I just want a little bit more structure in how I approach books and how I work reading into my everyday routine, and I just want to make sure that I'm actually making time for reading every day, because currently I'm not, and it makes me really sad. I have no idea what that structure is going to look like, but if you guys have any tips for me, let me know in the comments down below. That's it for this tag, guys. If you want to do this tag, then boom, you've been tagged. I also want to tag some specific creators. I want to tag Allie from Allie with Books, Nikki from XO Nikki, and Christina Marie, which are all channels that I've been loving lately, and you guys should check out as well, so I will leave links down below to their channels. You guys should let me know down below in the comments some of your end of the year reading plans. What's a book that you must read before the end of this year? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe, or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright and that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye. Oh.